All right, guys, so let's dive into our first project, courtesy of Code Club. But before we get to the actual project, let's go ahead and get our code editor up and running. For the sake of this course, you can use any code editor you're comfortable with, but I would really recommend that we use Trinket, especially if you're starting off. This makes it easier to share your work. You can use it on any kind of canvas or platform. You don't even need to log in if you don't want to, as you can see down here. And so if you just go to trinket.io, it's going to pull you up to this page right here. I actually have an account, so I am going to log in here. And when I get in here, I'm actually just going to create a new trinket. So I'm going to go here to new trinket, and I'm going to click on Python 3, because this is the coding platform we're going to need. And it takes me right here to allow me to code in Python 3. Now, I have the link in the video notes, but in the playlist, we're going to start on our website here. When we go to playlist number 1 to the introduction, we're going to drop down to the About Me program. And we're going to be using this About Me project that comes from Raspberry Pi in the Code Club platform. And so we're just going to work our way through this to create our own unique way. You can follow along, but here we go. So what it's going to do, it's going to ask us to just see how Python works. And so as we go here and start, we're going to go ahead and type this information in. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to type in this Python 3. And what this actually does, it just lets Trinket know we're using Python 3. We're already in there, but it's just a good practice to use because you could be using other code editors that you might need down the road that you're going to need to incorporate that. And then we're just going to type in the very simple command, what you start with every single coding platform that you start with. And you can see that it's starting to color code, and it actually put in the parentheses and bracket once I put in the print. So I can just type in hello right in here. And now this is my very first code. I can go right here to run, and this shows me what my code is actually going to do. And it prints the word hello, as you can see right there. Now, what it wants you to do is try some other things to see what happens. If it doesn't work, you got to try making sure your brackets and your quotations, these items in here, are all properly aligned. And then as we get into sharing our work, I'm not going to share this particular one, but it's a good time to show you how Trinket works. I could go to share right here, and I can share to any of these social media platforms, but I could actually go to link. Here's the link for it right here. I could copy that, and then when we get into these submissions here on the learning platform, this is what you would paste in, your name and your link to your code right in there. And so we have it set up and devised in a way that's really pretty simple and easy for you to use. So we're going to move on. That's just the start. The challenge was, so the first challenge that we had on the Code Club website here was to say a little bit more about what's on your mind. So they want you to print something more interesting about you in this challenge. So I could change this, and I could say print. And I can type in people call me coffee chug. I grew up in Indiana. So there is my example right here. So now I could go into share. Okay, I could copy my link right here, paste that, and then I could go right here to what's on your mind. Once I prove that I understand kind of how this works, I can go boom, code, I'm not a robot, submit, boom, done. All right, so now I can go into the about yourself and creating the ASCII art.